Welcome to the Guitars, Cowboys, and Hillbilly Music Podcast. We're live at Calf Fry 2023, and we're sitting down with Mr. Wyatt Flores.
Well, thank you guys for having me.
It is an honor, and we're just so happy to get you on.
Well, thank you very much.
I mean, we were hoping to get Parker McCullum on, but we followed you around, and I think there's more people out there hunting for you than Parker.
Yeah,
you had a whole crowd following you, so we're super excited to have you on.
Yeah, one guy lied, and he was like, hey, I just told the guys I just needed to use the Porta-John just so that way I could come over and take a picture. And I was like, well, that lie worked out real well.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. So, I guess you grew up around here, right?
No, I was born and raised in Stillwater.
So, okay, perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, how does it feel to be playing Calf Fry?
It kind of depends. If you were to ask me that question last year when we played, I was scared and excited all at the same time because I'd never done anything of that sort, and I hadn't been playing full band, but maybe a handful of times, like maybe 5 times I played full band, and we rehearsed all month trying to get something together and trying to get my originals worked up because we never had. I've always been just me and my guitar, and this year it's I don't know. There's a lot more foundation to stand on, so it's not so much of worrying. It's like I can't wait. I'm so excited to show these people like my new songs and what I've been doing because being a hometown kid, it's like I've taken off. I've left all my friends, and I'm just like, y'all got to hear what we've been doing. Like I've been keeping it as a secret, and it's an amazing feeling because there's just a lot of. I wouldn't expect my music to get such a young audience, but it really has. And just a lot of kids have came up and been like, man, I started playing guitar because of you, and just, started writing my own songs. You're a huge inspiration, and I'm just in awe. Like my heart is just, I don't know. It melts whenever I hear that because I'm like, me?
That's awesome. That's awesome. Right there, coughing.
You caught me mid-cough. So what do you think? It's my turn.
Yeah, you go.
So what do you think has changed? I mean, in the last year, I don't know the exact time frame, but in the last little bit, I mean, you've skyrocketed.
Since last year at Calf Fry, that was like like a good glimpse at hope. Like we all had hope before, but whenever we got to play, it really like showed us that this could become something like a real dream could come to life. And since that time, like we've just been on the grind constantly. I started writing songs heavily and just getting my craft worked out for sure, and just focused on that and social media like no other, and just constantly was trying to do better. And it's like a race against yourself basically. And that's what we've been doing for the past year. And it's honestly, I'm having to look up and like smell the roses because I've just been constantly working, and then it's like, hey, this is the part you get to enjoy. Like, hey, you work to get this far, and it's like, oh, we're here. Yeah, it's been a wild ride.
And I've got to say, to hear the journey that you've been on, especially just in the past year, I think it really is just even inspiring, not just music artists, but people like us, because like we just started the podcast. I mean, not even a year ago. And getting to see like you coming from Stillwater, and we live in Stillwater. We both go to Oklahoma State. It gives us inspiration that we can do it too. We can make it to that level of I don't want to say stardom, and actually get to interview these artists and get to have a following like that.
Man, no, anyone can do it. It's just the willpower to do it. I think that's really all it comes down to. A lot of people are scared of failure, and I mean you hear it all the time, but truthfully that's literally all it is people are just scared that it won't work. And it's like, it doesn't matter if it doesn't work. If you tried, you get to enjoy the journey. Like that's the fun part, because truthfully, like the way that I look at it and the way that it feels for me, like the journey has been more fun than the actual goal. Like when I hit the goal, I'm like, well, there it is. And I mean, it's there for a split second, and then it's gone. That's not it's cool to hit the goal, but really it's the journey. this last year has been the funnest time of my life. I've been sleeping on an air mattress. I just now moved into an actual bed with my own room that I'm not sharing with my guitar player. But nothing against you, Austin. But no, truthfully, it's the journey. It's figuring things out and like setting small goals and accomplishing those, so that way you can get to the big ones. That's the funnest part of it.
That's awesome.
So what kind of got you into music? Have you always been into music, or was there something in your life that clicked?
Well, my dad, he's a drummer. My uncle, he's a guitar player, and they had bands, as a kid. I mean, hell, Braden was showing me a photo of me sitting behind my dad's drum kit when I was a kid, and he's sitting there drinking coffee, just being like, "You're not playing it right." But yeah, I've always been surrounded by music and so many different genres of it. And when I finally started like wanting to learn it, I didn't have the patience for it, ADHD and everything. Yeah. I was like, whatever, I'll just play air guitar and or Guitar Hero 3 Legend of Rock. I was not hired to say that. But yeah, I think it was the age of 13 is when my dad said, if you learn these chords on your little kid guitar, I'll go out and buy you an actual guitar. And I was like, all right. And I learned the chords, I learned the strum patterns that he wanted me to. I just proved to him that I was actually going to take it serious. And by the time I was 14, I think it was Christmas, maybe it was my birthday, he got me that Washburn from Daddy-O's here in Stillwater. And from that point on, I'd bring that guitar with me wherever. I'd play it in class. I'd take it on ag trips. I just always loved to try and play. And I couldn't sing. I squawked and squealed for like a good probably 4 or 5 years. And it took me forever to figure it out, but I constantly would set up like my phone, and I'd just study like what I was doing wrong until I finally figured out a song and like was singing on key or something. Yeah. But sitting around campfires and watching Scott Lester and Kelly Green play, I just learned so much from watching others. And yeah, it's crazy to see that I'm at that point, I guess.
Yeah. So is that the same guitar you've got now, or is that a...
Nope. The Washburn, I just retired her at the very beginning of the year. I was like, I'm going to give Old Faithful one last try, and she gave out at me. gave out on me at a whiskey jam in Nashville. And so I've been playing my other guitar, which is a Fatherwood, which was a father and son guitar shop that they have down there in Estero or Bonita Springs, Florida. And I met them last year when I was down there welding with my uncle and my father. And they said that they wanted to put a guitar in my hand. So I've been playing that guitar ever since September, I believe. And that's what I'm playing tonight.
That's awesome. So you just mentioned that you were welding. Was that your original career path?
No, I had multiple career paths. I was, let's see. I was still trying to go out to Nashville. I had just quit farming and ranching at the time, which I had been doing that for a year and playing gigs. And then when I met my management team, they were like, hey, come out to Nashville. And I was like, yeah, no, screw Nashville. Mm-hmm. I was like, there's nothing there for me. Like, I had that whole mentality. And to anyone else that does have that mentality, they've been feeding you lies. It just depends what you're going there for.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be mainstream if you don't want it to be. You be the difference. But, yeah, I was going back and forth from Nashville to Stillwater, and then my dad, called me up and he goes, hey, there's some work down there in Florida. You want to go and make some money? And I was like, heck yeah. And then we loaded up in February and stayed there until April. Yeah, I think it was April. Either that or it was the end of March. But yeah, just learned a whole lot from him. I've never been a huge welder. I was never really good at it. I was just learning from him. So basically, I was the grunt running around.
Yeah. You were the hand.
Oh, yeah.
Huge thank you to Vernon from Brad's Bat.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Leave this part in. Huge thank you to Vernon from Brad. Oh, man, I can't say it. Huge thank you to Vernon from Brad's Barbecue for hooking it up. We got some cool set decorations here. We got the whiskey flight and then the shotgun shell shot glasses. So, Vernon, if those go missing, don't check our houses because I would never.
I believe he actually is selling those shot glasses and that fly at Bad Brad's Barbecue, along with, again, some of the best barbecue in the state. So go check them out.
Yeah, go in there. You can get a hat. We got hats over there. And we've also got some Bad Brad's gift cards to give away. So if you see us around anytime at Brad's, not at Brad's, hit us up. We might have a gift card for you.
For sure.
Jagger, it's about lunchtime, I think.
I think it is too.
You know where we got to go, right?
We're going to Bad Brad's.
Bad Brad's Barbecue. I'm getting the burn-ins with the jalapeno cornbread. It's not even a question. That's what I'm getting. What are you getting?
So I
know the answer
usually
to
get
this.
the dirty fries.
Oh, you're switching it up on us.
But I tried some really good tri-tip the other day, and man, it was fantastic. So I think next time I go in, I'm gonna go get the tri-tip.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
But I had plenty of career paths growing up. I wanted to do so many different things, and I just found out that I wasn't good at them. And I was going to OSU IT down in Okmulgee for one semester, and then that's when I was like, all right, my heart is not here. It's in music, so I'm gonna go try and do that.
You mentioned earlier ag trips. Were you in FFA?
Oh yeah,
okay.
Huge in FFA and 4-H. Growing up, my sister was older than me, so I got to watch her do it, and then I was like, yeah, I want to do that same thing.
So, just curious, what year did you graduate high school?
So I graduated in 2020.
Yeah. Okay. So the same year I did. You graduated 21.
Yeah.
Right. So that's kind of cool because I was in FFA at the same time. Did you ever go to state convention and do the talent competition?
Oh man, this still breaks my heart to this day. I always told people I was going to, and since 8th grade, from that time until my senior year, I just kept saying I was going to, and I never did. And then whenever it came time for my senior year, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I sent in "Shake the Frost," I think, and maybe "Wrapped" by George Strait. I think those were the two songs I sent in, and then I ended up getting accepted, and I was going to play at the Devon Tower, the career fair, and then also I was going to get to play on the big stage for the last session of state convention, and then COVID hit.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Man.
So
dadgum. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, that kind of, I was like, that's my own fault. I should have been doing it all these years.
That's crazy. My wife, she actually she auditioned too, and she got to play on the main stage her junior year. So that was pretty cool.
The state convention's going on right now, I think.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Actually, I think is it over? It was over yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I think
it's
something
Tuesday
like that.
and Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's
Could
in
be
Tulsa
wrong.
this year too, right?
Yeah. What was going on with that over there?
It was in Tulsa?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Surprised me too.
Yeah.
We
I haven't
actually,
kept up with it.
my senior year, we won the truck.
Wait, y'all won the truck?
Yeah, yeah. I thought
I know, right?
I thought that things like that never happened.
Yeah,
But they said it, and I was like, wait a minute.
Miracles really do come true.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But well, it sucks that you didn't get to play because that'd have been cool to see you go from Oklahoma State Convention to where you are now, playing in Nashville, playing on the main stage Cat Fry. That'd be
You can
crazy.
just go ahead and take that win. We'll just give you that.
Yeah. You won that.
Well, thank you. Yeah, no, it's I'm kind of glad that I didn't. And as odd as that is, but I'm really happy that I didn't, because then I would have, thought that I had done something. And truthfully, that would have been a small little victory.
yeah.
And I'm glad that I had to keep on starting at the bottom and just keep grinding for something.
Maybe that happened for who knows what you'd be doing if that would have
Exactly.
happened. So.
That could have altered everything.
Yeah.
But I will say this: the week before COVID hit, I had just won my first ever talent show at Stillwater High School. So
Really?
I got one trophy. Yeah, just kidding. It was like $35, but but I at least did that.
Hey, I was just say, if you don't win that and you are where you're now, the judges, you just have to rub that in their face.
I was going up against a whole cheer squad. There was 20 of them. I don't even. It was crazy. But I sang "Diamonds and Gasoline" by Turnpike Troubadours, and man, I miss the good old days. I'm just kidding.
So I was like, cool thing, they're dropping their new single tonight.
Oh yeah,
I'm real excited for that. He mentioned that earlier. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
I'm excited as all get out. Also, we got our single coming out tonight. Ain't Proud. Actually, should
Really?
drop at 11 tonight. So.
Are you playing it tonight?
Oh yeah, first song on the set.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I'm
heck
excited. I'm excited to see
I
that.
was gonna go somewhere else with this, but since we're on this topic,
Yeah.
I gotta bring this up. I was talking to him about it the other day. If it'll load.
He's been watching your TikToks,
Uh-oh.
and he's got one to that.
I gotta know a little bit more about this song here.
Okay. Excited. So we'll see you in Nashville. We're still playing that show. And so this is not mine. Georgia, I guess.
It's not yours.
It is not.
Well, I've had too many highs and too many lows.
Yeah, that is actually Weatherman by Hank Williams Jr. I believe it's Hank Williams Jr.'s. I don't think it's Hank's Senior, but
I've heard Weatherman. That does not sound like Weatherman to me.
That's
Nope.
crazy.
It's why it to me it was like
He's been-
totally
he's
new.
trying to figure it
like
out.
you probably had it in the back of your head, like I know this from somewhere.
I was talking to him
Yeah.
earlier, and I was like, I've heard the song. Like, what is this?
He was like, "Have you heard?" And I hadn't heard it. I'm like, no, I really haven't.
So I love the original version, but I absolutely love. I believe it's a son, Sam Williams. If you listen to that version, it's a masterpiece.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Are you putting that out anytime or?
No, I just sang that song for Georgia since that show got rained out.
Okay.
And it was like an apology. You know, like,
Well,
sorry
my
about the weather. We'll see y'all again.
Dreams are crushed. so-
Yeah. I was really wanting to play in Georgia.
Since we're on covers,
All right.
obviously you played that song. Do you have one artist, or if you had one artist that you could pick, you were gonna play a full album of covers? Who would that artist be?
Shoot. Give me 1 sec. Because there's a couple. I don't know. Zach Brown Band. There's a lot of great. It's the second album and the third album. I absolutely can listen top to bottom, and I just love how, as a band, they're so smart with the movements that are going on, like chord wise and time changes and everything. It's just so inspiring to get to that level as a band. So if I could, I'd probably go with Zach Brown because they're just killer musicians and killer vocalist as well. I'm trying to think of.
Is one of those albums Uncaged?
Yeah,
I love that
Yeah.
album. Yeah, it's a good
top
album.
to bottom.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one where it's Colder Weather? It's that album. If you listen to that top to bottom,
Yeah.
and then you get to that last song, Who Knows? It's 10 minutes long, but
Yeah.
just listen to it.
Yeah.
Do about 80. Actually, I shouldn't be saying that. Find you a nice highway that goes about 75 and
Well,
listen to that entire
if you
song.
go on 412 on the
Right.
other side of Tulsa, you can do 80. You'll be just fine.
Hang straight. Go. I got to watch what I say on this thing.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
You Get What You Give, that album?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's a spectacular album. I'm trying to think of another.
I was not
probably
expecting that.
Sturgill.
I wasn't either. Oh, Sturgill?
Oh yeah,
Really?
I love his voice. I love the arrangements that he does, and honestly, he's been a huge inspiration to my music of just trying to come up with different sounds.
Yeah.
Like I guess that's the whole thing that we did with the EP was I wanted none of the songs to sound the same, and then this album is the same way, and I wanted to do that immediately right from my career part, so that way no one's ever sitting there going, well, why'd he put that out? You know, like
Yeah.
if there's a song that sounds way different,
Right.
I just wanted to go ahead and just put that out into the world, and
Can't put Wyatt in any categories here.
that's
You're gonna,
yeah. I was just trying to make sure I didn't end up in a box.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so like this album that's coming out in September, it's got like this 90s country song on there, then it's got like this spacey song called Astronaut, and then it's got West of Tulsa, which is more of like I don't even know, it's like a 90s rock song, I guess. I mean, I'm sure someone's going to come
Everything
on
you've
this podcast and be like, that's wrong.
I was gonna say everything you've said. It sounds like a great album. Like just hearing you describe it. I'm like, man, that I know that's gonna sound good.
Like Break My Bones was supposed to be like the punk rock song. Well, I guess that's the straight rock. It doesn't sound that punk rock, but I'm working on another one.
When you put out a song, so like Please Don't Go, for example, when you put that song out, is this like, oh, this is a good song, like I think people are gonna like it? Did you have any idea to the magnitude that was gonna?
I was not expecting any of that. I knew it was a good song. Please Don't Go is probably my 10th song ever written in my catalog, and I came home with it. I knew there was something special about it, but I came home and I sat my two buddies down at the dinner table, Nick and Bryce, and I played it for them, and both of them shedded a tear. And that's kind of like the first like little spark of like, there's something here.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I didn't tell my manager what the song was actually about until March of last year. He goes, "That's what this song's about?" And I was like, "Did I not tell you?" And he goes, "No, it's been like 6 months and you're just now telling me?" Like, and he was like, "Yeah, you got to tell people why you wrote it." And so I did, and I just was not expecting people to latch on, because it doesn't say it in the song. I took the bridge out, but it was something that someone had told me, and it was oh, hold on, I'm gonna get it. Sometimes it's easier. Shoot, I'm so sorry.
No,
you're good.
It's sometimes it's a lot harder to live for someone than it is to die for them. That's why it's the whole hits you like a bullet through your heart, because I'd take a bullet for you. And
I just got chills.
I did too. That was
but I mean, that was supposed to be the bridge, and I took the bridge out, and I was like, no, I just need to let it be what it is. And people think it's a breakup song. I mean, that's what it sounds like, is that the girl doesn't want to be with him. And no, it's just all about mental health. And I was never in my wildest dreams was expecting people to actually be needing that kind of healing. I'm glad that my songs has done that for people. Like the messages that I get that say, "You've saved my life," like that is so powerful. Like, and I don't know how to talk about it. I'm still speechless when I think about it, because it's like, how did this song help? Well, I guess millions at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's
And that's got to make all the you know, the tough times you've been through trying to get where you're at now worth it, you know.
That's it's an honor, really. It is, because at that point you're a part of someone's life.
Yeah.
Like there will always be that one song that you used to listen to when you were going through this time, and they won't always remember, you know, all the words, but by God, they're going to remember that song was there for them at that time. And
Exactly.
I get to be a part of that life journey. That is, it's so wild. I mean, it's crazy.
And at this point going forward in your career, you're always going to have that. No matter what happens. You have affected people's lives in a way that will forever change them, and in turn have changed you as well. And that's something that you can hang your hat on forever.
Yeah, if I pass away tomorrow, I've done my job on this earth. I can firmly say that I have helped. And that's all I've really wanted to do, was be there for the people that needed help. But I didn't expect that many people to be hurt in the way they are. And
And I think today, more than any other time, I know everybody says this, but there's more hurt in this world than there was the day before and the day before that.
Yeah.
And for you to put out songs like that, you're helping that get better.
And still just speechless, because that's what I told my manager, was that's what I wanted to do. And he said, "All right, brother, let's go do it." And to see it actually happening is so fulfilling, I guess. I can't thank people enough for listening, but truthfully, I just can't thank people enough for letting me be a part of their life. You know, like, that's so spiritual. Like, it's, I don't know. Try not to get too heady with it, but it's beyond my wildest dreams.
You're hitting me in the heart right now, Wyatt. This must be a fun podcast.
Yeah. What do we want to talk about here?
Well, you know, real quick before we move on, because I want to talk about Willie Nelson.
All right.
But, you know, we have people on sometimes, and they may say things like that, but you can tell you're sitting here and you mean it. You know, you believe what you're telling us.
Yeah,
and that speaks wonders on itself.
Well, thank you, guys.
Yes.
So, Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Talk to us about that. What a crazy experience.
Oh man, you're getting my heart and blood pressure like just pumped up right now because I'm thinking back into it and I'm scared again. Like, I was freaking out heavily. I couldn't believe it whenever we got that gig and yeah, I came out on that stage. The sun was just barely creeping down. I could still see people, and but it was really starting to get dark because the lights were just right on my eyes, and then I sing "Ain't Proud," and I was doing great. I was killing that song. I was like, "We've done this. I've been here. This isn't my first rodeo." Mm-hmm. Had some confidence. I'm like, "This is going to be a great little acoustic set." And then the crowd screams after the song's done, and I never felt a roar. And it was only 4,000 people, but like the way that they applauded. I mean, I'm used to having my band members up there with me, and you know, you're kind of not worried about that. It's like, all right, what's the next song? You know, what do we need to do here? But that time it was just little old me out there, and my legs were just shaking. I mean, I about threw up during running out of time, I think. Or no, it was losing sleep. About lost it because I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. And that was a wild time. And I actually got off that stage, and man, I try not to get too emotional because I don't want to seem like I don't know, I don't want to bring the band members down or anyone like that, but I just sat on a random bench and just sat there and just cried tears of joy. I was just like, that was so awesome. And man, it was just a dream come true. It really was. Like, to even open for him, let alone get to go back on stage and go sing by our May the Circle Be Unbroken. I mean,
that's gotta be. I'm just imagining, like, being in your shoes in that situation. I don't know how I would feel, let alone how you felt in that situation.
Yeah, I was like, we're in a sunny place. I'm happy as all get out, but then, oh, hey, yeah, forget about being down in Florida. Look at the crowd that's here, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm not here on vacation. I forgot that we got to go play to 4,000 people, and then you just, the flip of the switch is like, oh, this is real, like real quick. Like, you know, you're used to going to gigs and you kind of know what's going to happen. That time I was just looking around, and I was like, I do not belong here.
Did Willie have any wise words for you?
So I was not able to actually get to meet Willie. I got to talk to some of his band members, which was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And but you know, the whole COVID thing, he as soon as he got done playing, he went straight to his bus. But
probably had to take a breathing treatment.
Well, hey,
a medical breathing treatment.
Oh goodness! But it was I mean, just to see that people actually gave a care, I guess, about my music is something else. Because you never know what crowd you're going to play to. Of course, it's Willie Nelson's crowd, but usually no one cares about the opener.
Yeah.
So it was just, I was in awe.
I can tell you today, you're more than just an opener. I can tell you that for sure.
Well, thank you, man.
There's gonna be thousands of people here, and they're wanting to hear your music because you came from these streets right over here, and they're pumped to see you. Go check out Dead Wake Archery Innovations. He gave us a little hat there to give us a little set decoration, and I know if we would have caught him before we built this set, we'd probably have a whole bow.
For security purposes, I don't know if we could have had the bow in here, but
it'll be all right.
Especially after the comments you've made in the last episode.
Well, I mean, yeah, for sure. But I'll tell you what, that Leviathan bow will get everything you need. Get every job done you need done.
You guys need to follow them on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. They just posted this week. I don't know when you're going to be seeing this, but this week they posted some really cool pictures of all the different colors they've got, the bows they're finishing up. So you want to get your order in soon.
And a little nugget of information here. They have just upgraded their manufacturing process this weekend. A little picture shown on there. They're going full-time. Congratulations, Trevor Pigeon out there. He is full-time Deadwake Archery Innovations. Super proud of him. Great entrepreneur. So just go out and support him, man. He's doing a great thing over there at Deadwake, and we're really proud to see where they're going and where they're going to end up.
They've perfected the craft essentially.
Yes. And one really cool thing about it is it's 100% made in the USA, 100% made in Oklahoma, which is another cool thing. I know most of our listeners are from Oklahoma, but if you're not, it's still 100% made in the USA. I mean, just go grab you a Leviathan bow, and a little sneak peek, they're going to have another line of bows coming out here really, really soon.
And they, there's other companies out there that are making similar products, but they're just copies of other people's products. No, sorry. That's crazy. But at Deadwake, they design their own products. You're not getting a copy of someone else's product. You're getting a engineered product that they designed themselves.
Made to order, and you can even get personalized designs on your bow too. They got some great, cool things going on over there. It's anodizing. If I can put the words out of my mouth. Anodizing and
Anodization.
Anodization.
I don't know if that's a word.
Either way, but you can get a cool custom design, whatever you want on your bow. You can even customize the grip however you want it as well. And go check them out.
Huge thank you to Deadwake Archery Innovations for sponsoring us.
I'm happy to be home.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, we've been out here all day, past 2 days. I mean, there's, these musicians walking around. Nobody's really saying much. And like I said, we went to try to find you, and there's just people swarming everywhere. It's crazy.
I'm not going to lie. I felt bad whenever we were standing there by it, because I was like, there's all these people trying to come and see him. I'm like, I don't want to bother you, because I know I know you're probably one of the nicest musicians we've ever talked to. But like, I know there's some musicians, like, they want to do their show, they want to get on the bus, they want to go to the next town.
You'll have that, but I mean, for me, I love it. I mean, this is the way that I think about it. The only reason that I get to sit on this couch, go play that show, is because I have fans. Why wouldn't you want to take care of them? I mean, truthfully, that's what it all comes down for me, at least. Is that's why I don't care if anyone wants to stop me and take a picture. I absolutely love it, because I'm like, you listen to my music, thank you. Like,
that's awesome.
It's I don't know. It's getting a little. It is a little crazy. I got recognized in San Francisco, like at the airport, and I was like, what is going on here? And I mean, that's the crazy. Or getting recognized by Jack.
Yeah.
Out in not New York City. That was, I don't know. That's it's hard for me to realize like the music has traveled that far. But no, why wouldn't you be nice to your fans? Like, take as many pictures as you want. If they don't like the picture, I'll redo another one, unless we're on a time crunch. I hate when that happens, but it's like, we do have to get to the next town. So it's like, all right, so we'll make a line. We're going to do this as fast as possible. I'm sorry, I can't stick, around. Like, that's all I want to do is be there for people. So like this last week, we were in Asheville, North Carolina, sold out, crazy crowd. Never played in North Carolina, and as soon as we got done, I think 10 minutes went by, and then we made a line that just went right next to the merch table, which is where I try and hang out afterwards. And I just shook everyone's hands. I took as many pictures as I possibly could. I signed whatever they wanted me to. And
that's a dangerous game.
Well, man, I mean, I'll do anything because I'm only here because of them, if that makes sense. Like, I mean, that's literally how it comes down to. So
as a fan, it makes me feel good that there are artists out there like you.
Well, thank you, man.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I get hung up on the, like we talk to some people, and when we're done, we're like, this guy, thinks he's all this, But it's refreshing to see someone like you that's so nice and so willing to do whatever,
Yeah, for sure.
It's awesome. You got any?
Oh, go ahead. No. You got it.
You got any hobbies other than music? I know you're pretty busy.
Oh, man. I got a couple of brand new ones. I don't know why, but this is so much fun. If you haven't done this, make sure, and I'm not getting paid to say this, go get RC cars, start drinking, and just have the time of your life with your friends. That is, I don't know why that just, I could go for 5-6 hours, quite possibly, as long as the batteries, like I'll buy giant packs of batteries and we'll just sit around and we'll just play with these RC cars, man. That, I don't know why. You're looking at me like I'm crazy. Go get you one, dude.
It sounds like legal drunk driving.
Oh, yeah. You're able to do it in your own home.
Exactly.
But, yeah, that's been a new one for me. I love watching movies. I'd rather drive. I don't care how far. I'd rather drive than fly. I'd rather go be with my own self and just be with my own thoughts and listen to music for hours on end. I guess technically that's my job, but it's kind of a hobby for me. I like running around with the windows down and just enjoying a good old day. But I love going out to the lakes and wakeboarding and skiing and tubing and all that stuff. And then I don't know. I used to be into motocross, not as much these days.
Really?
Oh yeah, I was never good at it. I was really good at wrecking, but that's always been fun for me too. But yeah, I don't know. My hobbies are golf. I love beer hole. That's what we call it.
There we go. That's what we're talking about. I knew that was his next question too. If you were into golf.
I'm not any good at it, but we'll go out to the Pawnee Golf Course every now and then when I come back. And
yeah.
Yeah, I got to get my own golf cart here pretty soon. I feel bad for tearing theirs up.
Do you recommend the Pawnee Golf Course out there?
I love the Pawnee Golf Course because I don't like taking too many things serious. I believe that it takes the fun out of it whenever you get, which some people they're competitive. Me, I'm not that competitive. I'm glad to be here. So yeah, going out to the Pawnee Golf Course, they're super nice out there. The golf course looks like, like they keep up with it best they can, but really it's just a cow pasture.
Yeah.
So it takes all the pressure off. Like you just go and have fun. And I guess that's all I like about it is because I take too many things serious already. I just want to go do something.
Exactly.
And not have the stress of, what iron should I use? Like, a swing, man.
That's him right there. He's got his rangefinder out there. He's like, looks about to be 230.
Jagger's like, what club is this? I think I'll hit this one.
That's exactly what I'm doing too.
Put that down.
We're hoping to start a series called 9 Holes and 6 Strings, where we have an artist come on and then we go play 9 holes of golf. Perfect. We'll sign you up.
Yeah.
We would love to, seriously.
Dude, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Now that sounds like a fun podcast right there.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. We even got to the Pawnee Golf Course out in their cow pasture. We'll go do it.
I'll leave the rangefinder at home, too. I'll leave it at home.
Is it like with the mics like right here?
Yeah, got the wireless mics. We're ready to roll.
Yeah,
we have to do that. Please invite me back.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, shoot. Oh, well, I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting told that we got to wrap it up.
Okay, no problem. Well, where can everybody find you? All your information?
Official Wyatt Flores is what we use for most of the usernames, I believe. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, Wyatt Flores 11. And I believe my Twitter is Wyatt Flores 10. I don't know why the number thing didn't work out, but dang Twitter. But yeah, you can find me on there. Anywhere that you want to find music, you can find it. I just don't believe I'm on SoundCloud. That might be the only place where you can't find my music.
Okay.
But you look up Flores, I'm sure you'll find something.
Awesome. We appreciate you coming on, and we will be in touch about the golf. So.
Well, thank y'all for having me, and we'll see you at the golf game.
All right, sounds good.